Hey, welcome to Quiz Day. I'm Quincy Wheeler.
And I'm Nate Merrill.
And here we are again. The National Bible Quiz Tournament 2018, Wisconsin Dells. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good too.
It's getting late.
I enjoyed Orland's tie tonight for the worship service. That was. I was wondering. I was really gonna ask if I didn't get the answer as to why he was wearing the tie. I really wanted to get the answer, so I was glad that he interrupted Johnny to give the answer.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure if Orland wanted to give the message or if Johnny was going to do it, so I'm glad that they got that figured out.
Yeah, it was good to see. So, in the midst of a bunch of entertaining and great stuff we have here, all kinds of amazing people that we get to see every year, from Orland Marks to Johnny Williams and everyone in between, we are going to have a chance to talk about this tournament. First off, by doing as we usually do, picking a top 7. And you may notice that we're missing someone who's usually in these videos. Austin Larson, not with us today. Possibly stopping by on Saturday, but not with us today because he's got work and life and all that stuff. So,
Baby number 3?
yes,
on the way?
Baby number 3 on the way.
Something about that.
A lot of
Keep
stuff
something
going.
coming.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that's pretty important. That's pretty important.
He's
So
got his priorities.
shout out to you, Austin. Good choice, buddy.
No choice errors there.
So anyway, Nate, you and I get to pick our top 7, and then we get to talk about maybe what Austin might have picked as well, because I hear that he sent his picks in to us. So would you like to start off and make the top pick?
Ooh, the pressure. Yeah, I'd probably do the top pick.
Sure.
So, last year I went with a certain pick and it didn't quite work out the way that I had hoped, but this year I'm feeling a little bit better about it. So I'm going to go with the same pick that I had last year, and that is Darren Ryder from Clay.
Yes.
Yeah, from Clay, and he's my number 1 pick to get top quizzer this year at Nationals.
Good choice. Good choice. I am going to go with a trusted name from Summit, Maggie Monington. Those Moningtons are always around. Maggie's been up there for a while. I think this could be a great year for her. And once again, Darren and Maggie, and a lot of these quizzers we're going to mention today, are just fun to watch. They are fun quizzers to watch. Whenever I go into the quiz with them, coaching, quiz mastering, I'm like, this is going to be good.
And I think by picking her, you'll definitely lock up your opportunity to get one of her jerseys and
Signed.
autographed.
Yes, right. Yes. Okay, how about a third pick?
All right, so for the third pick is a little bit of a toss-up, but I'm going to have to go with Jeremiah Bickneys from CB Squared.
Mm-hmm. Man, what a quizzer. He's great.
Yeah, this is his 3rd or 4th year this year at Nationals, because he's still rather young, and I think he's still on the rise. I mean, I don't know if he has too many years left, but
Wow.
I think him and Maggie, and even Darren, I think he's only in like 8th grade, so I think we've got quite a future ahead for some of these top quizzers.
That's incredible to think that Jeremiah Bickneys might be on the rise because he's so dominant. Wow. That's crazy. All right, I'm going to pick another name that we've heard of. I'm going to pick Emma Shirk. And she's from
NCO.
Yes, Warriors from NCO. So Emma, great quizzer. I expect her to do great things again.
Yeah, and I mean NCO they have a really top, high top scoring quizzer pretty much every year, and they have ever since the early 90s when they had Melissa Hoover go through and get top quizzer 3 years in a row,
Yeah.
1 year over 100 points per quiz. And I think they're going to be following this tradition, continually having a top quizzer like this on a regular basis at Nationals. They've kind of had a resurgence over the past 5 to 10 years from what I've seen.
Great call.
All right, so what are we on to? 5th pick?
5th pick.
All right, so the 5th pick that I have for the top 7 individual trophies this year at Nationals, I'm going to have to go with Hannah Jones from Abide. That team is pretty loaded this year. They've got some of their returning quizzers from the team that was known as Zealous from last year, And then they've also added in a couple of St. Louis quizzers from what I believe, and including Bethany, and of course we've got the other member of Abide that was on the team last year. I believe it was
Joshua Payne?
yes, Joshua Payne. And so I think the three of them, but I think out of those three, Hannah Jones is going to do the best of the three, and we'll make our top 7, finishing in let's go with 5th place.
It's a great choice. All right, I'm going to go a little off script here. Just try to maybe throw something out there that maybe not too many people would pick. I am going to say that we're going to see a team rise into the top third and surprise us, because sometimes it's kind of nice hanging out in the lower part of the top third, because you get to kind of rise your way there, and you don't have to have some of those quizzes where you're like going against, you know, Riven and Revelation at the same time.
There are no words.
So yeah, so you get to see, and great quizzers are great quizzers, still shining where they go, but it helps you be able to shine in those quizzes. So I'm going to say that Team World Gold is going to make the top third this year, and this is a big prediction. And if they do, they will have a quizzer that gets in the top 7. So it's been a little while, right, for a Team World Quizzer to be there. So I'm going to say this year that Katrina Malcolm makes the top 7.
All right.
Bold prediction.
That is very bold. If it happens, I'll be very, very pleased by that. We definitely need to. I think we really should try to have some parity in this league, and
Yes.
I think that'll do a lot of good for the whole organization. So, I would be very happy to see that happen.
Great. You get the last one.
Last one. Well, there are a lot of good quizzers out there still. Unfortunately, we only have room for 7 in our top 7. Funny how that works. But I would have to say, because I've coached this quizzer in the past, I know what he's capable of doing. I've seen him in action this year at a couple of tournaments so far. I'm going to have to pick Carl Quant from Beautiful Ostriches
Oh, wow.
to make the top 7 in 7th place.
That's great. Sounds like a great pick. And as you said, there are a billion quizzers that we haven't mentioned who have a shot at being up there. Can't wait to see how it all turns out.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't want to put any pressure on any of them on my team.
Yeah, right.
So that's the only reason why I didn't mention any of them.
We also didn't pick any quizzers from Revelation, which I'm sure very well could be up there. So, yes, there's a lot that we left out. Please don't feel left out. We can't wait to talk about you in the days to come and how great of a quizzer all of you are. So, here's what we want to talk about next is the round robin overall. Nate, every year you put out your mock round robin rankings, causing immense controversy across the internet.
Yeah, fake news this, fake news that.
But that reminds me, I can really feel like working together on this video. You and I have a lot of dragon energy together. Did you see that tweet today? Okay, anyway,
Yes.
if you did, I feel like we've got a lot of dragon energy. So I hope you guys are enjoying the dragon energy on this show, just as we are enjoying the dragon energy of Nate's mock round robin rankings.
Yeah.
Nate kind of goes through all the schedules, looks to see how he thinks teams might be shaken out coming into Saturday. So Nate, would you like to run down, maybe real quickly for us, just run down your top 10 teams as you see them emerging?
Yep, I can do that. So, starting off in 10th place, because we want to work our way up and make it suspenseful like they do on Friday nights for the countdown. So I'm going to make this really suspenseful because that's how I roll. Anyway, so in 10th place I have Element from Summit Bible Quizzing.
Wow.
They're one of the top few teams from Summit, so I think they'll finish in the top 10. And again, this is just for the round robin seeding. 9th place, I have Warriors from NCO. I think they're going to do well during the round robin and score a lot of points. 8th place is Fishermen, which has kind of become a rival of my own team, Sundown, because we've faced them so many times at all the tournaments. And they're really solid. They've got great control in their jumping, and I just think they're really going to flourish well in these round robin quizzes. 7th place, I've got Redemption. I believe they did really well at their last tournament at Midland. If I recall, they got like in the top 3 for sure.
And didn't they rise 13 places last year or something like that? It was some crazy amount on Saturday. They went up unbelievable amount.
Yeah, a lot of those Midland teams are built for Saturday quizzing. They do a good job of spreading it around to everyone and getting their team bonuses, and that's how you win on Saturday. In 6th place, I have Relentless from Summit. I think right up there with their other teams. I think they're going to do well and get 6th. 5th place, I've got Messengers from Midland, the top team from there. They're going to have a really good balanced tournament. 4th place, Clay from Badgerland. I've seen them a few times at the tournaments, and they jump really fast, but they know their stuff. They've got Darren Ryder leading their team. They got Ethan, who's going to be jumping fast on the Little Books. I've seen him firsthand, and I think they're going to do well. Breaking into our top 3, in 3rd place, I've got Moxie from Summit. I think they're going to be very much looking to repeat as champions from last year with Richard, even though he might not think so. He's assistant coaching that team. I think he'll do a good job with that team along with their head coach. In 2nd place, now this might a little bit of controversy here for this pick, but I believe Revelation will make it up into the top 3. In fact, I think they'll even be top 2 here because I looked at their schedule, and from what I could tell, they do not quiz Riven or Moxie in the round robin.
Wow.
So that definitely...
Unless things have changed.
Yes, you just never know. Maybe we'll get a new bracket tomorrow.
Maybe
new
a
schedule.
team in Quiz 87 will go into the different dimension if it finishes 3rd.
Yeah, maybe there's a wormhole or something. So
outside the site.
And then in the top spot, I know that there was a lot of suspense there. We had to pause and everything, but in 1st place, I have Riven getting the top spot, and the only reason why the only difference I have between Riven, Revelation, and Moxie is their total points scored. I believe that Riven will be scoring just a whopping number of points. I think they're probably going to score over 5,000 points during the round robin, which is an average of about 315 points a quiz. I've got Revelation in there with 2nd with about 1,000 points less than that, averaging around 260 a quiz. And then I have Moxie there with 240 points a quiz. And that's really the only difference between those 3. I think they'll all go 17, 1, and 0. So you can write that down, see if I'm wrong. I probably will be wrong, but this is all for fun anyway. So
That's
hopefully
right.
It goes...
I'll feel real good if my team scores 310 points. That'll be a great quiz.
Oh, you want me to tell you where you guys are?
No, it's okay. All right. Well, so we're gonna have fun. We have a great team. I'm real excited about my guys and coaching them. And I know you're excited about your team. In a bit here, we're gonna have an interview with Richard Dietzel from Moxie as assistant coach. So look forward to that.